rough day, people. Rough day if you hate the New England Patriots. It is a rough day if you hate the New England Patriots. But we're going to have to suck it up, man. And we will go down to the Real Man Block guest line and speak with the man, the CEO, the Hall of Famer, the legendary Leon Searcy, the man behind Real Man Block. And, Leon, I know you were at Dewey's yesterday. I saw the Facebook Live. You were all amped up. You were ready to go. And then the game started. Must have been a tough day for you yesterday.
Yeah, it was a real tough day for him, man. I mean, anytime you lose to Tom Brady, the Patriots, it's a rough day. And it wouldn't have been so rough if I didn't talk so much smack, but I was in the smack talking zone. I had a bunch of Cowboy fans around me, and they just came to the game because they wanted to see my face when we lost. So, you can't score field goals against Tom Brady and the Patriots because they'll make you pay. I mean, Tom Brady is one of the elite, if not the most dominating quarterback in the NFL today. I mean, he gets outstanding protection from his offensive line. I mean, whatever you give him, man zone, he deciphers that. I mean, it's amazing to me to watch him play to see how he deciphers defenses in his head so quickly, and then the ball's gone. You rarely get a touch on him. And Pittsburgh just had a hard time putting pressure on him. And our depleted secondary, gave up too many big plays to Tom Brady and not enough points on the offensive side of the ball, and that's what cost us the game.
Did it appear to you that the Steelers were playing some sort of zone, and that just was not working, man, because Brady had wide open receivers all over the place?
Well, that's what he does. I mean, if you play zone, I mean, he's going to find the pockets, he's going to find the middle of the field, and he's going to get to the receivers. If you play man, then the receivers are quick enough to beat you off the jam, and then he's going to kill you with the deep ball. So it's kind of like pick your poison. What do you want to do? How do you want to get beat? And Tom Brady is the best. He picks it how you want to get beat, and you can, and you've got to score touchdowns when they score touchdowns. Pittsburgh, it was their defense. The Patriots' defense is vastly underrated. I mean, they did an outstanding job for the most part, stopping our running game. Then our receiving core, I mean, the safeties and the DBs did an outstanding job jamming at the line of scrimmage, safeties coming off the hash, making plays. The Pittsburgh just seemed out of whack from the start of the game.
Yeah, they did.
And they didn't. They didn't have a rhythm. And you've got to start the game off, especially when you're on the road and you're the underdog. You've got to get a rhythm quick. And you got to establish the run game. Le'Veon Bell getting hurt, getting out the game, that hurt us a lot too because, if we could establish a good ground game, I mean, we could have kept Tom Brady on the sideline and ate up some clock and gave him less possessions. But we weren't able to do that. And the Patriots deservedly won the game yesterday because they out-executed us.
Absolutely. This is the Jeff Fox Show. We're talking with ex-Pittsburgh Steeler Leon Searcy and, of course, ex-Miami Hurricane Hall of Famer as well. Tough day, man, for Steeler fans. They go down 36-17 to the Patriots and Tom Brady again. And Brady, I do believe now, Leon, is 10-2 against the Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't think they want to see him again.
No, we don't. We really don't. That's just, I'm speaking for the whole Steelers nation. We don't want to see Tom Brady no more. We tired of Tom Brady.
Yeah, man. Brady, 32 of 42 yesterday, 384 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. And I mentioned the dominant record now against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Do you think losing Le'Veon Bell kind of hurt the Steelers a little bit, or were they just totally out of it from the get-go?
We really don't know. I mean, we could tell what kind of factor he could have been in the game if we could have, ground and pounded him a little bit, moved the chains, control time of possession. I mean, was it D'Angelo Williams? He came in there and did a decent job, but I mean, he's no Le'Veon Bell. That was one of our components. offensively that we definitely needed if we were going to have a chance against the Patriots. Because once you become one-dimensional to them, then the advantage goes to the Patriots. So that was unfortunate to lose Le'Veon when we left. I mean, we lost him early in the game, so we don't know what kind of factor he could have been later on in the game. When you're running the ball, and you're controlling time of possession, and you're keeping Tom Brady off the field. So, we would have rather had him than not have him in the game, and it was just unfortunate. Anytime you give Tom Brady too many touches, I mean, he's like Steph Curry. You can't give Steph Curry too many touches, and he's going to shoot 3. Tom Brady, you give him too many touches, he's going to score touchdowns. That's what he does.
Yeah, he's getting older, but I don't see anybody getting in the Patriots' way, man. I mean, this is ridiculous. The run that they've been on in the AFC Championship game is now presumably their 6th straight AFC Championship game appearance. Something like the last 15 years they've been completely dominant. I don't think we've seen a dynasty like this outside of maybe the San Antonio Spurs with winning 50 games in the NBA, but as much as I despise the Patriots, they're the greatest thing that I've ever seen in the National Football League. What about you?
Yeah, well, for the last decade and a half, they have been one of the most dominant NFL teams that I can remember. I mean, even when I can think back when I was playing, the Cowboys, kind of dominated, but then you had the Packers and you had the 49ers who, got in between that. But I've never seen a team in the AFC. Well, you had the Buffalo Bills when they went to 4 straight Super Bowls and all that kind of stuff. But as far as a team playing in 6 straight AFC championship games, and then for a quarterback like Tom Brady to have a chance to win 5 Super Bowls in the free agent era is unheard of. So they are a dynasty. Not sure if they're the greatest dynasty, but, I mean, as much as I hate to say it, they're right up there.
Yeah, certainly, man. I got beef for them because of the Tuck Rule game. I thought they stole that one from us, but, you can't take away from them what they've done since. Let's look ahead to the Super Bowl, man. In a couple of weeks, out there in Houston, Super Bowl 51, February 5th, Atlanta Falcons, man, they rose up and they smashed the Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers in emphatic fashion yesterday. Impression of the Atlanta Falcons, man. They seem to be a team with an unstoppable offense, but you can't put anything past Belichick and the Patriots.
Yeah, I mean, I was very impressed by Atlanta. And I never really watched them throughout the whole season. I heard, about the points they put up, but I was thinking once. I thought it was going to be the same old Falcons, because they always started to have the great seasons, and then when the playoffs came, they underachieved. And I was saying to myself again, here they go again. The expectations are so high. You got Aaron Rodgers coming into the game, and I actually picked Green Bay to win that game, but I was very impressed by Atlanta and by Matt Ryan.
Matty guys.
I mean,
yeah.
He was cool. I mean, he was getting the D ball. They were running the ball. Offensive lineman was protecting. They put a lot of pressure on Aaron Rodgers. One thing I hadn't seen Aaron Rodgers, he was rattled a bit in that game. And Julio Jones is just a freak. I mean that's somebody. In the Super Bowl in 2 weeks. I mean, the Patriots are going to have to definitely stop this guy because he's big, he's fast. I mean, he makes outstanding catches. So he's going to be the X factor if they're going to have any shot at winning the Super Bowl. I mean, you've got to get the ball. You got to get him some touches. But, the Patriots and Belichick, I'm sure they're going to, draft up a plan to try to stop him. But I just wanted to be a good Super Bowl. I mean, I'm going for Atlanta, of course. I can never root for the Patriots. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, they're like a rerun when it comes to Super Bowl. It's like every other year they're there. And, we need to be having this talk about the Patriots being one of the greatest dynasties. If Seattle had just ran beast mode on the 1 yard line.
1 yard, man.
Yeah, 1 yard. We wouldn't be saying we would be saying the Patriots hadn't won a Super Bowl since 2004. But I just wanted to be a good Super Bowl. Matt. He proved in the game yesterday that he should definitely be probably the league MVP. He just he went through the Green Bay Packers secondary like they were Swiss cheese. I think it's going to be a high scoring game, and I think Atlanta's going to pull it off. I think they're going to pull off the victory.
Leon, the fans at Gillette Stadium were chanting yesterday, "Roger, where is Roger?" all on the Jumbotron. How weird is that going to be? Yeah, they were chanting Roger, man. How weird is that going to be if Roger Goodell has to hand that Super Bowl trophy to Tom Brady and Bill Belichick after the way the season started? That's going to be the big question over the next 2 weeks.
It is. That's going to be very interesting. But listen, he put his big boy pants on when he came down with the suspension, so he got to put his big boy pants on if the Patriots win. I was hearing guys and watching the game talking about Tom Brady's bigger than the Shield. No, he's not. He's not as an outstanding player and quarterback Tom Brady is. If they found any evidence that he did something, he cheated, which he did because he got suspended for, and Roger Goodell did his job. Listen, Kraft is just one of 32 owners, and the other owners said that, look, they pay his bills just like Kraft does, so he had to, put the hammer down on Brady once the evidence was found. So if the Patriots do win, and it's going to be awkward. It's going to look awkward. I'm sure the camera is going to be on Tom Brady's face and the Kraft's face if they win that Super Bowl. But in my assessment, we ain't going to have to worry about that because Atlanta's going to win the Super Bowl. So we'll just have to see. So. But I know that's going to be an interesting topic for the next 2 weeks. Going into the Super Bowl with Tom Brady and the Patriots. Coming this far despite Tom Brady's 4-game suspension at the beginning of the season.
He's the man behind Real Man Block, Leon Searcy, one of the greatest offensive linemen to ever play the game. Leon, you know how hard this game is, man. And, again, I'm marveling at as much as I hate the Patriots. I join you in that. I can't stand them. I despise them and their fans. But I've never seen anything like it. I pray and hope that the Falcons can beat them. But that's going to be a tall order for Matty Ice and the boys to get done. If you remember, Leon, 15 years ago, one of the greatest offensives in the NFL, the greatest show on turf, Belichick solved them. So I'm not feeling as confident as you are going into the Super Bowl about the Atlanta Falcons because it seems like anything you put in front of Bill Belichick, they say if you give this guy 2 weeks, he can get the job done.
Yeah, well, we're going to see. But you got to remember that game was the greatest show on turf. The New England Patriots are the reason why they came up with that rule with the 5, because, the Patriots, the DBs were grabbing and holding on, Marshall Faulk and Isaac Bruce and all those kinds of stuff. So now that's the reason why there's holding calls against DBs once at 5 yards because of the New England Patriots. So I'm thinking you're right. I agree with you totally. If you give Belichick too much time, whatever the offense should run, he's going to decipher it. He's going to put a game plan together to execute it, to keep them from executing. And it's going to be a chess match. But I think Atlanta is up for the task. They've got to have more possessions than New England to win the game. And if you can keep Tom Brady on the sideline, you got a shot. Defense has got to step up. They got to put pressure. You got to get touches on Brady. He just looks too comfortable in the pocket. That has a lot to do with his offensive line. There's no bruises up front, but they just weld. They're a well-oiled machine, to be quite honest with you. They're fundamentally and technique sound, and they just don't allow too many touches on Brady. So if you're going to have any chance in the game, you've got to get touches on Brady. You got to get the receivers off their routes. You got to make them uncomfortable when they come, and find those little spots in your defense. So I'm sure Atlanta's going to put a game plan together. Dan Quinn, he is from that Pete Carroll tree.
Yeah.
So this team
Dan Quinn was there. Dan Quinn was there, Leon, 2 years ago.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, he's the Patriots. So they'll have a game plan, against them. So we'll see. It'll be an interesting chess match, when this upcoming Super Bowl.
All right, man. Thank you, Leon Searcy, man. Go on later today. Get down there to Dewey's. Have you a nice big cigar, and don't worry about it, man. Steelers have been there. You guys have, once again reached the AFC Championship game. You had a great season. No need for you guys to hang your head. That was just a buzzsaw you ran into yesterday. But thank you, man, for joining us on the show. Leon Searcy, Real Man Block, the foundation. Of course, we tell you all about it all the time right here on the Jeff Block Show. Thank you, Leon. We appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you, baby.
Yes, sir.
Hi, this is Maury Moreland Morrison, here to tell you Geico has more than just great savings. Much more. Geico's been around for more than 75 years, back when they were using Morse code. Sorry, that's just my sense of humor. What's more, with Geico you get 24/7 access to licensed agents on the app, online, or over the phone, so you can talk to them at night or in the morning. So forevermore, just know that no other auto insurer has more than Geico. More power to you. Geico. Expect great savings and a whole lot more.